Good afternoon, Sonia.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Great, how are you?
I'm fine.
Sonia, what can you offer us that other candidates cannot?
Right. In addition to my 8 years of work experience as an administrative assistant working both for multinational as well as local companies, I have skills such as uh, time management, organizational skills, Microsoft Office, um, stress management, filing, archiving, things like that. I would like to point out a few qualities in me that are very important for any strong administrator. The first quality that I would like to talk about is efficiency. Now, when I say efficient, I really mean efficient because in my last job, I was known as a road runner because I would just get things done right away. I'll give you a few examples just for you to have an idea. When I was working as an assistant to the country head of branch banking in HSBC, I was attached to one manager. And in that situation, what I did was I literally functioned myself to be him, only invisible. I would read everything that he reads. I would, be on the same page all the time. And there came a point when he would ask me something, and I would already have it done. So that was when I was attached to a manager. In another situation, when I was working in a team environment, that was as a business planning manager for Standard Chartered Bank, I was supervising 13 different branches, and there were about 400 employees that I had to take care of. So what I did in that situation, I made myself extraordinarily organized so that I can be available for them all the time, and whenever they need me, whenever they need something from me, I'm there to give it to them. Uh, and I was more affable, more approachable, so that they can reach me. Uh, that would be one thing. The next thing would be my ability to take initiatives. Now, that's particularly very important because when I was working as a service quality team leader in Standard Chartered, what I did was I tried to find out loopholes in my job, and I developed a service manual which helped improve the job that I was doing and the job of those people I was directly associated with. So I did that, and I was presented in front of the service quality manager as well as the human resources. It was greatly appreciated. It is now part of their service policy. Service representative that joins the company. So I not only do the job, but I also try to improve the job that I do. And I was also asked to be promoted as a service quality manager as a recognition of that. The third thing would be continuous learning. I believe that you need to learn throughout the job that you're doing. When I was working as a service quality team leader, I was promoted as a business planning manager 4 months after my appointment because I was not only doing my job, but I was also learning and working as a backup for the business planning manager. So, I think in order for you to grow and for your company to grow, all the employees should engage in continuous learning all the time. So I think these are some of the qualities apart from the basic administrative qualities that I have, which are very distinct and uh, which have, yep,
Definitely. That is great, and those are some fantastic strengths as well. Um, how
yep.
successful would you say you've been so far?
I think I've been very successful. Throughout my jobs, I have received a lot of recognitions. um, I would put achievements that I've had. One would be when I was working as a business planning manager for Standard Chartered Bank. I was asked to handle orientation program for about 15 branches, which were acquired by Standard Chartered Bank. Now, the employees were coming from totally different background. They had to adapt to the new culture. So I had to take them through the HR policies, the customer service policies, group policies. I did all of that. At the end of it, we had exams. So, and I was very proud that my region aced it, and I received a lot of recognition for that. The other thing would be I received a Service Excellence Award when I was working as a service quality team leader. So for me, success is an ongoing process. It never stops. Sky's the limit. But as soon as you give 110% to any job that you do, you're bound to have success.
That's fantastic. And what would you say are your limitations or any big mistakes if you do have one?
My limitations would be very difficult math questions, you know, economics, but I'm trying to change that. I have actually engaged myself in a few courses to improve my math a little more. So I'm currently working on that, and hopefully my weakness is going to be, turning into my strength soon.
Oh, fantastic. That's definitely fair enough. And how long would you say it would take for you to make a meaningful contribution to our firm?
Realistically, I think it would take at least a week because you need that much time to get familiar with the culture, get familiar with your team, get familiar with the practices of the company. So realistically, I would say 1 week.
1 week, okay, definitely. So pretty immediately. And
Yeah.
what was a situation in which you had to work under pressure or meet a deadline?
Well, all my previous jobs have been very, fast-paced and very demanding. Particularly, I would say when I was working as a business planning manager, because I was looking after 15 branches as well as I was working as an assistant to the regional head. So at one time, I would be, taking care of the employees, handling their HR, handling their travel plans and things like that. And on the other hand, I would be on the phone talking to, scheduling something for the regional head or, answering an email or meeting deadlines with the head office. So I pretty much had to be on different places at the same time. And thus, I use my, best friend to-do list to prioritize everything. And I handled it very.
So definitely sounds like you're able to deal with that pressure and deadlines.
I can, definitely. It's all about organizing yourself. And
Fantastic. And last question, when would you be able to start?
I can start immediately.
Immediately. Okay, great.
Yeah,
Well, Sonia, I want to thank you very much for your time and good luck in your
thank you.
search.
Thank you so much.